student opinions, student groups, and student news. We see a variety of this at our UC Irvine campus 24/7. Now it's time to bring the Anteater world and the television world into one entity. This is the Zot News Network. The ZNN strives to promote the most informative news and opinions here on campus. Hello, my name is Odala Suarez, and I am the president and founder of Anteater Television and your host for the premiere of the Zot News Network. Before we get into our broadcast, I'd like to talk a little bit about Anteater Television and its purpose. Anteater Television is an organization here at UCI whose goal is to provide the first broadcasting channel here at the university. We have a devoted group of members that have worked hard each week to plan and film on site the stories that you will see today. Without their hard work, we would not have this program. The ZNN is a program within Anteater Television, and with your support, we hope that someday in the future we can open the doors and enable students to provide their own shows as well. Now let's get on to our first broadcast. As you recall, last month there was an anthrax scare here at our school. 5 envelopes were sent to professors here at the campus, and each contained a suspicious powder that could have been what we know as anthrax. This caused a lot of media attention to our school. Megan Ju, a ZNN reporter, goes on campus and asks students for their perspectives on the incident. Let's watch.
So a couple of weeks ago, there was a little scare on the UCI campus when a couple of professors got letters that said Black Death on them and contained white powder, and it was basically just like an anthrax scare. So what did that mean to you? Like, was it a big deal, or what was your reaction to it?
It didn't seem like a big deal. Should have been a big deal because, you know, there's so many threats and stuff like that. But I honestly don't think the school reacted very much. And it's just passed off as a joke to them.
To be honest, like at first, I was kind of sketchy about the whole thing. Well, of course, you have to be sketchy about the it was pretty bad, but I kind of thought it was kind of racial in background because, I mean, like, all over in the newspaper, I mean, not in the newspaper, in the letter, it had black power written on it. And, not black powder, but black death, actually. But at the same time, it's kind of funny, too, because it's like white powder envelope, black death. It's just like, it's kind of humorous. But like looking at the happen out of it, this brought life to Irvine too, because it was just like one of those situations that's kind of like out of the random, and it's fun to see. It's whatever.
Honestly, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. In my personal opinion, I thought it was kind of funny, just because I didn't believe it at all. I mean, I kind of knew that, like, I mean, just the way that it happened, like, it was sent to specific professors, like, all in a series. I mean, I figured, like, obviously the guy's going to be caught. Like, I didn't believe it for 1 second. There was no plausible way that it would have been actual anthrax. So, I mean, I thought it was kind of funny that people got into a huge, like, fuss about it. But I mean, like, I understand why, like, UCI and, like, campus police and stuff like that had to take it seriously, but just personally, I thought it was kind of funny.
The situation to me was, I mean, I feel like everyone at UCI is just trying to do their thing and go to school. And I feel like the anthrax scare was kind of just a prank or something that, I mean, yes, this thing should be kind of taken seriously, but at the same time, so many people, you know, try to make up these false accusations or whatever.
Well, I mean, it kind of got me nervous just because I don't understand why someone would do that. But on the other hand, I felt like it didn't really apply to me because I wasn't anywhere near the area.
So do you think that it wasn't seen as like that big of a threat or that like that serious of an issue because it's been such a long time since like an actual anthrax situation occurred? Like, because I know it was really big after the 9/11 attack in 2001. So do you think it's because it's been like close to like a decade since it's happened, the level of importance of it just really isn't that effective in the campus?
I don't know. To me, it's just because of the way it happened.
Oh, okay.
If it was more random than what's going on here, I actually probably would have been freaked out.
Well, like I think I think the 9/11 thing kind of already passed on, and like no one really cared about it. I mean, that's the person like I was like one of the persons that kind of went in my mind. Just like I remember back then, like people were scared about the anthrax, like it was just like powder anywhere, like what's it called, half that would be dead in a minute, and like I guess like ever since then things have kind of died down, and like people are not as scared or probably not as aware of what's going on. So I guess that's like kind of the feeling I got.
Also, I think because we have the technology to see, if it's real or not. I wasn't really scared. It was just whatever.
So
I think if there was an actual big scare about it recently, then they would take it more seriously. But because it hasn't actually been brought up since 9/11, that people don't really care about it anymore.
I guess because there wasn't that many incidents previously that happened that were similar in the recent years. I guess I kind of assumed that it wasn't real to begin with. But after I saw like all the authorities come in, then it kind of jumped up my interest, I guess, so to speak.